This week on the best of travel, lifestyle and entertainment, we fuse good food and music at the Joburg Theatre. The Val Dam is a traveler's dream, especially when explored from this island. Then beauty queen Thato Mosehle dishes all her stilettos for an adventurous experience in the wild.
Living in a global pandemic has been a real challenge, and we have all had to adjust and rework our way of doing things. In an effort to restore some sort of normalcy, the Joburg Theatre is hosting music and food nights for a small crowd. We got treated to live performances by artists who have been dying to get back on stage.
Josie Food and Music Saturdays, brought to you by Joburg City Theatres, takes place fortnightly, effective today, the 4th of September, at our Stages restaurant. And it's really a program that we've put together to grow and contribute to the diverse and competitive economy, to create jobs and other opportunities within the arts industry. But more importantly, is to attract funding and sponsorship so that we can all actively contribute to the unemployment rate within the South African economy. So it's really good to see that people really did need that relief, that wellness, that ache that we've had to go out and enjoy good food and good music in a safe environment at Joburg Theatre. When I say safe environment, because we put so much effort to making sure that our stages are safe, protocols are observed, and that everyone has a great time, but within the COVID regulations.
This young violinist gave a moving performance for the night.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. I had so much fun performing. It's been such a long time since I have been on, an actual stage. I've been doing like virtual performances, but in terms of really being on stage, it was so much fun. And the crowd is amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. The musicians are amazing. It was amazing.
We also got to enjoy a scrumptious meal and refreshing drinks. A nice dinner in the city. Brenda Mdambo had too much fun interacting with the crowd, something she has been longing for.
How does it feel to be back on stage?
Oh my God, it feels so amazing. I was just saying now that we haven't been performing in a while because of obviously COVID. Being on stage is liberating, especially for artists, for creatives. We thrive on stage. Stage is our life. So it feels so good to see people and engage and see them feel the music. Super amazing.
Oh, Ariel, Ariel. Oh, Ariel, rehubana buntlejo. Oh. Hi. Hi, I'm awesome. I'm blessed. How are you?
Fantastic. It's springtime.
Yes, it's springtime. You can see even with my outfit that it's springtime. It feels like I can breathe. It feels like I'm alive. I can literally feel myself. I can hear myself think now. Because when you're boxed, because remember, as creatives, we need to be unleashed to be able to be in our creative mode. So it feels like I'm being unleashed. It feels like I'm performing for the first time ever. That's how excited I am.
For the next music and food night, you can book at the Joburg Theatre. So go out there and enjoy yourself.
It's spring. The sun is out. The drinks are ready. But what should one eat? If you are by the coast, one would think something that swims in water. Maybe prawns, maybe salmon. The Rooftop Barbecue in Umhlanga says they can teach you how to make your own sushi, which has both. People would think you've been to Japan. So what better way of introducing spring than a sushi making class and a few cocktails right here at the Rooftop Barbecue in Umhlanga.
Sushi is a combination of rice and vinegar. So the fish and everything else is just, it's just different fillings. That's why you look at it in Japan, all they did when they invented sushi, it was just rice and a piece of fish. That was sushi, that's what they called sushi. But now when it went all over the world, hence you got stuff like California, all this was now in the States and everything else. Understand the culture, because for me it looked very diverse, it looked very interesting, it looked, there was also a certain lifestyle around it.
Those participating in this class would hope that what they end up with is as good looking as the one made by the chef.
It's spring and it's at the seaside, so why not do something out of the ordinary and learn a new skill?
Being here means my favorite food is sushi.
Like all of us, they love their sushi, but have never tried their hand at making it. So I hope I don't disturb the class that's going on behind me. Now, I've tasted sushi in different parts of the world, but I've never made one of my own. And the ladies behind me say they also have never made sushi on their own as well, but they're getting lessons today from the Black Anis himself. It's Vusi Kunene. The founder of Rooftop Barbecue is Chef Vusi Kunene. He is a maestro at sushi, as he is great at braaiing. Vusi used to own the Black Anis in Maboneng, a sushi bar with a twist of Africa.
Traditional sushi, they have always used raw fish. So you go fish to the kitchen to the plate. So the wasabi is always meant to kill the bacteria in the fish.
While the sushi class happens, they make sure that the drinks are flowing. The Rooftop Barbecue is a space for friends that's out in the open overlooking the beautiful Indian Ocean. A venue that's perfect for an outing in times of COVID.
When you're sitting at the rooftop, it must look like you could be sitting anywhere else in the world. I mean, if you look at this view here, people are looking great. Devon weather is amazing. Fresh cocktails, fresh drinks, some sushi, and that's how it should be enjoyed.
Back to the sushi class. It seems things are coming together really, really well.
I think it's a great idea to know actually how to make your own sushi.
The Californian roll, looking very nice and colorful. So I think it's something that I'm going to try, and something I'm going to keep in mind for spring.
Vusi doesn't want to commit himself on what makes great sushi, as he says, I'll take all the tricks away without ever coming to the class.
When you want to make it at home, you come to a sushi class, we teach you how to make it, you go and make it at home. And secondly, if you want to make it at home and then you want an advanced class, then we can actually teach you, come to your home, we spend about 3-4 days there, and then we teach you how to make sushi. But when you bring in people for a sushi class, it's not only about them learning to make a roll and make it at home. It's also entertainment, hence it's casual, it's nice, it's interesting. People from all over the world getting together, getting to know each other.
So when you are in Umhlanga next time, learn how to make sushi and impress them at home. They might just think you've been to Japan before.
Back again this week with your ultimate plug on all things travel, lifestyle, entertainment. We are not kidding when we say that we are the ultimate authority on all things travel. I'm about to hook you up with a very cool place. Gone are the days where you have to go very far to find an island. Sometimes you just have to come to the Vaal in the Free State to get that island experience. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who owns an island, a house in an island. Well, not that island, but it's still an island. In fact, he's waiting for...
When we moved out here, it was obviously to pick up on a bit of a lifestyle sort of environment. And the property's been standing now probably for about 35, 40 years. So it's a long-standing project that was done, essentially steel and glass construction. And the original engineer must have certainly had quite a big vision of incorporating the views as well as the structural integrity.
So let's talk about the bikes. For someone that's living right by the dam, why do you have so many bikes?
Well, it depends. If the dam's no good for water sports and we don't end up getting out on the skis or the aqua tubing, then the alternative lifestyle sporting operation is obviously the bikes. Yeah. We're also in a pretty nice cycling area surrounded by the Suikerbosrand mountain range, which is great. So that either on the road or off the road, it's always good. So that's the idea behind fitness and wellness anyway.
Ultimately, the reason why we are here, the view.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is probably one of the best views in this country. I think considering what the designer did here with creating the height aspect, it is literally 360-degree view of the Vaal Dam, sunrise, moonrise, stars, you name it. So
shall we go
something very special. Absolutely, let's do it.
There it is. Look at this place. Tell me about how this view influenced what this house looks like.
Well, the construction design originally was to just capitalize on as much of the... And essentially, the idea behind the whole Vaal was to be able to provide Gauteng with water.
Tell us about, the history. I mean, we can date the activities that has happened here by the Vaal. I know, like, at some point, the planes or the flights used to land by the dam.
That's right. That was kind of just after the Second World War, where the guys were still busy flying supplies in, and it was basically plane boats that landed here at the dam wall, and that was a big part of our history, essentially, and that's also basically why the town of Denisville originally started to develop. And then it branched off and became a recreational facility, and now it's quite a big sailing attraction as well as a motorboat and water sport and fishing attraction.
So how are we doing with this guy?
Well, I think we'll be ready for lunch quite soon, actually. They generally cook quite quickly.
And then we've got the marinades. When do you start putting the sauces that we have here?
You can choose as you please. We recommend the original hot chili sauce. That's one of our favorites. And any time's good. Once it's on, and you just spread it out nicely.
You can put it on now.
Yeah, let it cook in nicely, get it going nice and fresh. And once that's served, you'll have a treat.
And as we left the island and headed back to the waters, I couldn't help but wonder if I should just ditch life on land and join the island residents. Oh, but a girl can only just dream.
After being crowned Miss Supranational at the Miss South Africa pageant last year, she was the first South African to go and compete at the Global Miss Supranational under the Miss South Africa banner and had the whole crowd beaming with pride as she came in the top 3. Dr. Thato Mosehle is a lady of many talents. We spent the day with her and got to know her better.
Well, as Trendz Travel, we always like doing things differently, and we woke up early this morning and took the beautiful Dr. Thato Mosehle on an adventure, right? So we're in Pretoria and we're taking you on a quad safari. Is it something that you've ever done before? How do you feel?
I've always watched it on TV. I thought those people looked so cool, so I'm excited that today it gets to be me. Yeah, I'm so excited, looking forward to it.
Okay, so we like traveling, right? What's your favorite destination?
I like any destination that's actually peaceful and quiet, because I live currently in the city where everything is so busy. So I like toning down things. So anything that has nature in it, space and, you know, animals, I love that. For example, I love going to my grandmother's village to go and clear my head.
This beauty queen is fearless and ready for the adventure. So off we went. And she just couldn't contain her excitement.
Are they used to the quad bikes? They won't.
And the princess waved to the animals the way only a pageant queen does it. Nice.
I just conquered my first obstacle. Yeah. So we just went on a quad safari. How was that?
That was incredible. It was so amazing. We conquered all our trials and tribulations. It was amazing, especially to see the animals. And you know, it was my first time. So it was amazing. I felt proud of myself. I didn't think I'd do so well.
We're gonna go on the next thing now. Are you ready?
Oh, there's another thing. I'm excited.
Okay, so it's not as exciting as this.
Okay.
It's a bit chill.
Okay, but it's a thing. I've had so much fun here, so I'm looking forward to the next one. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, do not shoot a dry boat.
A quick lesson and safety briefing, and we started shooting.
Right eye. Your fingers are good. You look like a hunter.
What
happened?
That was.
What happened?
Almost.
It just bounced back.
Why not? Why did it not go in?
Now I understand why you hold so many titles, because girl, you are an overachiever. We came here to have fun. And there you were.
You know me, I'm a focused queen. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy winning a lot, but I also I try my best at everything I do. So this is something I've also watched on TV, and I was like, maybe I can do that. And indeed, I almost hit the bullseye. I almost hit the bullseye, so I'm very proud.
Let's talk the journey from going into Miss South Africa and then this year going into Miss Supranational all the way in Poland.
Well, I definitely have to say those two women are different.
Okay.
Me going into Miss South Africa, I had so many insecurities. I had so many questions of what I'm going to achieve with this platform. And going through the Miss South Africa journey, I have to say it was so empowering. It immediately started off with workshops where they taught us about, you know, really understanding your why, branding yourself, having the confidence, really aiming to make a difference. And through the platform of Miss South Africa, I was able to become the first runner-up and then go to Miss Supranational. Now, Miss Supranational is all about the aspirational, the inspirational woman, which is definitely something I would say I am. Every time I believe that, you know, in life, we all have this uncapped amount of potential, and it's our responsibility to use the resources and opportunities around us in order to tap into that.
Speaking of being aspirational and trying out a whole lot of things, as you can see, I put on makeup today because I read somewhere that you also did makeup.
Yes, I'm aspiring to become a professional makeup artist. So I did enroll in a school where I was taught the technical aspects of it. I was even taught like special effects makeup, where we get to do wounds and things like that. And because of my medical background, I was able to really do well in wounds because I know how it looks when it's fresh, when it's a little bit older. So I really enjoyed that. I'm actually quite creative, I'd say, but I'm also really passionate about helping people, and that's how I also went into medicine. I have this online initiative called Tuesday Talks with Dr. Thato, where I'm continuing with that. And I've really tried to also use my voice as a second runner-up Miss Supranational, combined with my medical background, to encourage the youth, especially because the rollout just started now of vaccines, to go and get vaccinated, because I understand the importance of all of us working together in order for us to overcome this pandemic. It's been a long time coming. Like we're tired. So I want to go out.
Okay, so talking of Tuesday Talks with Thato, Dr. Thato, are you looking at developing that into something more, or are you going to keep it strictly on the gram?
So I definitely dream of television.
Yes.
I definitely dream of having my own show where we can discuss various topics, where I can bring anyone in. But now I'm using what I had because of COVID. I think COVID taught us use what you have where you are. So I used my knowledge as a medical doctor to sort of shed light on issues that many people are experiencing but maybe are not aware of how to approach them. So my talks are very much preventative based because I, working in the government hospital, realized that there's a lot of people who end up with medical conditions that they could have actually avoided, yes, should they have taken certain steps. So I'm very much focused on early signs, and I don't diagnose people, I don't give medical treatment online, but I found it very fulfilling when someone sends me a message and says, oh my goodness, because of what you said, I went to go get it checked out, and thank God it got diagnosed early and I'm getting treatment.
Is the beautiful Dr. Thato seeing anyone special?
Yes, there's a Mr. Thato also.
Okay.
Mr. Supranational, I'm joking. But yes, I do have a solid partner who really supports me in everything I do. Like, it's not one of those people, where you going, you never have time for me. And actual fact, he's really supportive. So I do, so don't worry, Tungisani. Just kidding, but yeah, anything can happen, and it's really positive. It's really nice to have a positive relationship in times like these where relationships are associated with so much heartache and pain. So I really treasure him, and yeah.
It may sound cliche, but the sky is the limit for this stunning young lady.
Trendy travelers, like all fun things, this one too had to come to an end. Remember to play your part in curbing the spread of COVID-19. Salasindli.